YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl McCar from Cougar's Closet. How y'all doing today? So listen, y'all. Y'all know normally when I get on here, I use my platform basically, to have fun and kick it or whatever, have a good time, take a load off of myself and others as well. But then I also, from time to time, use my platform to focus on things that I find to be rather sensitive, or things that I don't care for, or things that I don't like, right? And y'all know I'm always on here looking at stuff or whatever. So the other night, right, I was on Facebook, and you know how like they be having the Facebook pages where people can make money off of, like where they can do the little skits or whatever, like a YouTuber, a content creator, but Facebook has it. So I was on there the other night, right? And so there was like a transgender woman on there, and she just her pronouns are hers and she, and she had just popped up, because after they get so far, their content is start pushing out, and so I had never seen her before, and I didn't even know that she was trans. But I like talking about trans because, I just love, I love what I love. And there's a infatuation and obsession with that. Y'all know that. And so, she was a transgender woman, born a male, pronouns she and her. And honestly, if it hadn't been brought to my attention, or she wouldn't have been getting bashed so bad, I wouldn't even really known that she was trans. Maybe, over time I would have figured it out, on my own. But you know how people are, how they like to get on there and discredit people, or try to make people feel bad, or talk about people, trying to get some likes and shares and this and that and that and this. So this was my first time seeing her, and I don't remember her name. But she runs a platform. She's a content creator, and she runs a platform. And so she was on there, talking about what was going on in her life, and she was saying that she thought she was pregnant. And so, people were on there, I guess, that's been following her, for a while. Was like, how you pregnant and you a man, and rah this and rah that, just going for the juggler, just going for the attack, right? And then I don't know if I want to say she's a hoarder, or she just isn't, as clean as, Facebook would like her to be, her viewers and followers or whatever. And so when I got on there, it was like hoarder type of deal. There's a difference between, clutter. There's a difference between filth. There's a difference between hoarder. There's a difference between everybody's cleanliness is not somebody else's cleanliness. Everybody's nastiness is not everybody's nastiness. So it did have like a hoarder type of look or something to it, and stuff, was piled up. Stuff was everywhere. Stuff was this and that, whatever. So she was on there telling her story about her boyfriend. And I guess he had broke up with her or whatever. She was going through that, and she was in pain or whatever, and she was talking about that. And so the people was coming on there telling her, you need to clean up that nasty ass house, and how you getting on here filming like that, and this and that and that and this. They was just kind of attacking her. But she was real strong. And, she was ignoring all of, the negative things, which was very hurtful, because I was looking at them, and hell, they was hurting me. But she was very strong. She just kept talking about what she was talking about, because, that was her situation, and that was her content. That was the reason why she was on there. So basically, she had stuck to the script. So, when I clicked on there and saw what I saw, whatever, I wasn't looking at the fact, that she was trans. I wasn't looking, you know, at her living situation or her lifestyle. I was listening to her because I was listening to the message, and she's a creator, and I was listening. 14 hours. I was listening to the content. But like I said, it was people coming on there, really, really dogging and really bashing her. It was people that was on there like, well, if you don't like what's going on, you don't have to come, to her page or whatever. Why don't you log off? Why don't you scroll by? Like, why do you have to say something about her while she's on here? And I pretty much felt that way too. So, when everybody looks at everybody, or when everybody looks at a certain person, just like all of y'all are looking at me, everybody is capturing the room and captivating the room and taking in what they taking in, and people are seeing different things, and people are thinking different things, and people are saying different things. Some might be focused on my hair, some might be focused on my eyes, some might be focused on my mouth, whatever people focused on. Some people might be looking over here, somebody, I see 17 roaches in a chain, different people are focused on different things. And so, like I said, I was listening to the message, but then people was coming in, attacking her, saying everything, under the sun about her, whatever. So I done got that she's a man because they let me know under the comments. I done got that she need to clean her house up because they let me know under the comments. So I had made a comment, and I think this is like 2 days ago. So I had made a comment, and I was telling her that she was strong in more ways than what she knew. Because as I'm one of the viewers looking at her, I'm looking at how strong her mind is to be able to, block this negativity out. I'm just basically admiring her strength, to even get on there like that and tell her story, And so I had left her a comment, and I told her that she was strong in more ways than what she knew. Well, then today I get on my Facebook and I have a comment, and I check my comment, and so another guy that was on her page came in and made a reply to me and was like, yeah, she's strong for a man. Manly strong or something, he said. So I made a comment back to him, and I said, well, that's okay because God likes strong men too. And I don't know if he replied back or not or whatever, and I really don't care. And it's just the fact that I guess what bothers me is that people don't understand, that a lot of times people be having issues up here. Sometimes people can't even see the shit that's around them for the shit that's around them, if you know what I mean. And so, just attacking and just attacking and just attacking and just attacking and just attacking. And I just be wondering sometimes, like, what is wrong with people? If you can't look at her situation and clearly see that something is wrong, then I'm looking over at your situation wondering what's wrong with you. And not only, like, as far as social media, but, like, even being out in public, when you out with a friend or, or you see some people and they start talking about or whispering about, different men or women that they see that's built up, odd or ill, or, got stomachs and pouches hanging, or anorexic, or look dirty and ain't had a bath and they shoes ain't clean. I just be wondering what be wrong, with people that need a laugh that bad, need to notice somebody that feels so bad about themselves that they want to be invisible. And then they come out and then they have to be the butt of other people's jokes. You know, this is my thing, y'all. This is how I feel about this. You know, we live in a world where it's all about looking good. Everybody wants to look good, which they should. Everybody wants to look their best. Everybody wants to look top notch. No doubt. You supposed to. But then there comes people, that aren't able. They aren't able for whatever reason to look their best, and so they come out, in the public, whether they, like I said, ill-shapely built or anorexic or dirty or homeless or bummy or whatever. They come out in the public. Now, they already having a hard time at home. They already having a hard time in their neighborhood, with the people that they know. And then they come out and it be these type of people or people like you that add more insult to the injury. Like I said, everybody wants to look good. Everybody wants to look their best. When you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, when people take pictures, they looking their best for the most part. And when you see people that's not able to look their best, and then, you start chewing them up, that really makes the world an even worse place to live in. Because you have to think about it like this. When people get ready to come out in the public, the people that can't change things, if people could change things, if it was a button that they could hit, to make they beer belly go away or make they shoes stop leaning or whatever the hell you talking about, don't you think they would have hit the button and got that fixed before they came out the house into the public? Don't you think before they came out to Sam's or they came to Walmart, they would check that, they would get that taken care of if they could? Everybody wants to look their best. But some people ain't able to look their best for whatever situation that's holding them back from looking their best. And it's people that just make the world a more ugly place when they turn around and start talking about somebody or, doing things to somebody that's out of their control. If people could change things before they came out with a click of a button, it would already been changed before they even left the house. People only do what they can do or do what they know to do or do what they able to do or work with what they work with. I could even understand, people talking about people because they jealous of them. I can understand that. I know a lot about that. They envious of them. I know a lot about that. I can understand people talking about people because at least I know you jealous. You ain't gonna come out and say that, or you envious. You ain't gonna come out and say that. But when you go to talking about people that can't change the cards that was dealt to them, that ain't nothing but pure evilness. And you might hurt them short term or hurt them temporarily by getting a laugh off of them or talking about them. But in the end, you really ain't hurting nobody but yourself. That's all you hurting, because you just showing what type of disgusting, low down person you is and how low you feel about yourself to say, basically look over there and say, I'm doing better than that person. That's all you saying. You got to pick with a homeless person or talk about somebody that's 1,700 pounds or talk about somebody that's bones is brittle and they got an anorexic problem, or you got to talk about somebody that's depressed and the way they live their lifestyle. We when you go doing crap like that, that ain't nothing but pure evilness, you know. And I think I told this story before on here, but I'm not sure, but I'm going to tell it again. You know, when it comes to the word best friend, you know, we really use that word too loosely and give people the title of being the best friend that's not deserving of being the best friend. That say subliminal shit thinking you that goddamn dumb you don't know they talking about you or talking to you or want to pick fights or whatever their issue is. We use the word best friend too loosely. I remember one time, this was when Facebook had really people had started getting on the Facebook or whatever. And I don't know if I seen it on there, but I don't remember exactly how it went. But I remember this. I remember that there was this girl, this girl. She was at her house. She was minding her own business. She hadn't came out her house. She was in her house. She got a knock on the door. She was on Facebook. She got a knock on the door. She went to go open up the door. It was best friend. It was best friend. Well, while she was on Facebook, her power was off. Her lights was off. She was on Facebook in the dark, but she had her little prepaid phone, her little data usage or whatever. And she was on Facebook. Now, nobody had been in and out her house. She had been there. She hadn't went out. Her best friend knocked on the door. She let her best friend in. Her best friend came in there and fake kicked it for a minute. Soon as the best friend left, she got right on Facebook and told everybody how the girl was on Facebook and her power was off. But this your best friend. Yeah, we use these words too loosely. We give people these titles and they not even deserving of, and that's what I found out, and I just found that out not too long ago. I knew it, but a lot of times you be in denial about these sisterhoods, these brotherhoods, these fake friends, because things that they do to you, you wouldn't dare do to them. I've had so-called baby daddy come to my house. Oh, honey, he looked around my house and he found everything to talk about my house. But guess what? When I went to baby daddy house, just say I start helping. I picked up me some and I start helping. A lot of times, you know, people just ain't no good. And girlfriends, I done had so-called girlfriends do this shit too. Come to my house, they don't find what's nice and what's good, they find what's wrong. And they want to talk to you and put you down, but then we out kicking it, and they might have forgot that if we finna go out to the club or something. And they might have forgot they money or they wallet or forgot this or want to change their shoes, and we had to go up in best friend house. Oh, honey, best friend house, look, I got, but you talking about 2 or 3 things that you found wrong in my house. You should have saw her damn house. But see, most of the time when people step up in your house and they got something bad to say, you better believe they living 10 times worse than you. I know about these everyday people. I've been knowing about these people for a long time. People just ain't shit, and they never will be. And in today's date, they sure ain't shit. If you looking to find a best friend right now, you making a terrible mistake. You know, there was an old saying, and it's still there, years ago. The old people always say, wise people, you don't never supposed to let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Listen to that. You're never supposed to let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Now, if you yourself can't even let your left hand know what your right hand doing, what do that tell you about people? You sure in the hell can't let people know what you doing. Nope. You can't let them know. You know, when you get grown, you're supposed to do away with childish things when you become an adult. But there's 40 and 50-year-old women, 60-year-old women. Honey, if I was walking my dog, I wouldn't even let my dog stop and sniff on them. Because the way they think, the things that come out their mouth, you know, I remember being younger. I never was a judgmental person. I remember, minding my own business, being with a so-called best friend, and she might look over and notice something and say something and laugh about somebody and snicker and make a joke because she felt down, and I'm just laughing because I'm with her trying to fit in, I guess, or let her, I don't know what the deal was, but before it was over with, she done went and found somebody and told them what I said. But I only said this shit because you said it, and I'm thinking we okay, we here together, and we supposed to be friends or whatever. And she would go tell somebody what I said. But didn't tell that she was the one. I wasn't even thinking about no shit like that. See, women are so messy and they so nasty. I don't know. Some women swear they got friends and best friends, and some may do. But there's not a woman, I done got my understanding together. There's not a woman on this earth that could be my best friend other than myself. That's it. I done found that out. I done found that out through family members that I called so-called family members / best friends. That's the worst thing you could do. You better mind your own business and let these people loose. It's always some type of silent competition that you don't know nothing about. I told y'all about this stealing and hijacking, and then they'll get in front of your face with your shit on or your idea that they done stole, talking about somebody copying off of them. But you sitting here telling me this story, you copy. Get the fuck out my face. I'm sick of all of it. Y'all keep on hanging with them. Y'all keep on hanging with them. You can't turn around, get out no good. They bite you in the back of your neck, biting you in your ass, biting you in the back of your heels, biting you on the back of the leg. Y'all keep on hanging with them. I threw my boots in. I ain't fooling with these people. Oh, well, I just want to get on here and rant, about how I felt about these so-called people. People just ain't no good, and they'll never be no good, Oh, well. Cougar's Closet.